Once there was a time when we all saw the world clearly. We noticed small things. We asked simple questions. We believed that friendship mattered more than numbers, and that love was worth caring for. Then, slowly, many of us grew up. The Little Prince is a story that gently asks what we may have lost along the way, and whether it is still possible to find it again. The book was published in 1943, during the dark years of the Second World War. Much of the world was filled with fear, separation, and uncertainty. People everywhere were questioning the meaning of life, responsibility, and human connection. Its author, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, was a French writer and pilot. He spent much of his life flying alone over deserts and oceans, often facing danger and isolation. These experiences shaped his writing deeply. While living in exile during the war, far from his homeland, he wrote The Little Prince, a small book carrying the weight of a world searching for meaning. At first glance, The Little Prince may seem like a children's fairy tale, but very quickly it becomes clear that this is a story written for adults, or perhaps for the child that still lives quietly inside every adult. The story is told by a pilot whose plane crashes in the desert. Alone and worried about survival, he's startled when a small boy suddenly appears and asks him a simple, unexpected question.
Please, draw me a sheep.
This boy is the Little Prince. As the pilot repairs his plane, the Little Prince slowly shares his story. He comes from a tiny asteroid no bigger than a house. There, he cared for 3 small volcanoes and a single rose. The rose was beautiful, proud, and demanding. The Little Prince loved her deeply, but he did not yet understand what love truly meant. Confused by her behavior and hurt by his own feelings, he decided to leave his planet and explore the universe. On his journey, the Little Prince visits several small planets, each inhabited by a single adult. There is a king who wants power, a businessman who counts stars as if they belong to him, a drunkard trapped in shame, and a geographer who knows the world only through books. To the Little Prince, these adults seem strangely disconnected from life itself. Each one represents a way grown-ups lose sight of what truly matters. Eventually, the Little Prince arrives on Earth. Surrounded by people, he feels more lonely than ever, until he meets a fox. The fox teaches him the most important lesson of the story. He explains that real connection takes time, patience, and care. Through this process, which he calls taming, relationships become meaningful and unique. The fox shares a simple but powerful truth.
It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye.
This means that love, loyalty, and friendship cannot be measured or owned. They must be felt. Only then does the Little Prince truly understand his Rose. He realizes that she matters not because she is perfect, but because of the time and care he gave her. As the fox teaches him,
You become responsible forever for what you have tamed.
as the story moves towards its end, the Little Prince decides to return to his planet and protect his Rose. The pilot is left behind, changed forever. He learns to see the world differently, not just with his eyes, but with his heart. At its core, The Little Prince is about growing up and what we lose when we do. It reminds us that adults often become trapped by numbers, rules, and appearances, while forgetting curiosity, imagination, and compassion. Even today, the story feels deeply relevant. Our world is fast, loud, and full of distraction. We count achievements, followers, and possessions, but often forget to truly listen or care.
The Little Prince reminds us that meaning is found in relationships, not success, and that imagination is not childish, but human. In the end, this book does not tell us what to believe. Instead, it gently reminds us of something we already knew once, that love gives life meaning, that responsibility makes connection real, and that the most important things are often invisible. Perhaps, if we listen carefully, the Little Prince is still whispering to us, asking us not to forget how to see.
Thanks for listening to Books Simply. If this explanation helped you understand the book more clearly, feel free to explore the next video in the series. New book explanations are added regularly. If you spot any mistakes or have suggestions, feel free to share them in the comments. If this helped you, a like is appreciated. You're welcome to subscribe and let us know which book you'd like to hear next.